everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Jasmine. For those who are new, I'm a casual reseller on the US and Canadian Poshmark app as well as eBay. For today's video, I have another ship with me. I have only 7 orders to ship out, 4 on Posh US, 2 on Posh Canada, and 1 on eBay, and I'll show you what sold. As always, if you like reselling content like this, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. So to start off my eBay sale, I already packaged it because I had to weigh the package, measure it, and all that stuff. So this was a pair of H&M King Old joggers. It was a special edition collaboration piece, which I always pick up these pieces if I can see that the comps for the item is quite good. So this sold full price for $100. It's shipping to somewhere in the States, and I picked this up for relatively inexpensive. I think the retail price for the item was around $35. It was brand new with tags, but I picked it up at a Plato's actually because usually buy-sell trade stores, they don't really take in consideration the collaboration pieces. They just look at the main brand, which is H&M, so they priced it pretty low, so I had a decent profit on this item. My next sale on Posh US was this Madewell bikini set. It is both the top and bottom. I was selling it for a listed price around $75. I think in total the top and bottom would come to around $100. I received an offer of $30 or $35, and you know, I wasn't going to make the best profit on this, so I ended up countering to $40, which is basically my minimum of what I wanted to get for the set, which she accepted. I think I have a few more pieces of this. I did buy it through retail arbitrage, and for retail arbitrage, your profit margin isn't always as high as if you were to pick something up from the thrift store, but I'm just glad that this item is moving because I have had it for a while. I think maybe close to a year and a half. I probably picked it up like during end of season type sale, so I'm glad that, you know, it's finally out of my closet. Next sale is the Spanx bra. It is brand new with tags. It's called the Pillow Cup bra. No push-up or anything, in this nude color. I've picked up a bunch of these through retail arbitrage again, and I've been selling them for probably around $30 to $45 each. This sold for an offer of $36. I had it listed for $45, so $36 was a reasonable offer, and I only have a few more of these, so I'm glad to finally get the stock out. And like I said before, retail arbitrage, you don't get the highest profit margin, unless, I guess, if you buy liquidation pallets, and maybe your profit margin can be a little bit higher. But pallets are way too expensive in Canada because you have to pay for shipping. Most of the items are coming from the States, so shipping is just way too expensive for me to invest in a pallet right now. And considering I don't really have much experience buying pallets, I'm not really sure if it would be worth my investment. So I have to source retail things through other means, but I've had good luck selling these items. My next sale is this Barber jacket. It is a classic tartan utility jacket in a men's size small. I had this listed relatively high. I recently actually listed it, probably within 2 weeks ago. This was an item in my death pile. I probably sourced this about 3 years ago actually, and I have no idea why I never listed it. But I had it listed probably around $130 or $140. So this buyer offered me $60 for the item originally, which I knew was really low considering the comps. I did go back to recheck comps, and the price for the sold comps for this item was about $80 to like $120. So I did counter a couple of times at $90, and then he went up to $70, and I countered at $80, which he then ghosted me. A week later, he submitted an offer again, which was $60 again, which is crazy because obviously I declined your $60 offer. If I declined your $70 offer, why would I go back and accept your $60 offer? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So, you know, I was just thinking I want to move the item out, so I countered at $75, which was my absolute lowest, and he eventually accepted the offer. So I'm kind of semi-reluctant to give this item out for so low, considering the buyer was submitting weird offers and kind of just playing with the offer system, but I just accepted the offer and I hope he enjoys his good deal. Next item, it is a Lululemon Swiftly Tech short sleeve version. This I had listed pretty low because it had a few flaws. It had a very light stain, which I guess I didn't realize when I originally sourced it. And it also had a small pull, which I of course put in the listing. So I listed it at $35 and it received a lot of attention. I only had this for probably listed about a week. This is also in my death pile. And somebody had offered me $12 the first day that I had listed it, but you know, I obviously was looking for a little bit higher, probably closer to $20, even though it did have those flaws. So I received an offer of $22, which I ended up accepting. This was in a size 4, and I believe the colorway was called Limitless Blue. So I find that the Swiftly styles of Lululemon are quite desirable, and whether it's short sleeve version, long sleeve version. Obviously for the longer version, you'd get a better sold comp for it, but yeah, despite the flaws, it still sold for $22. Okay, now on to Posh Canada. This is the first time I've ever picked up this brand. It is cool. I find that people in the States source this item or can find it more easily than within Canada. This sold for $45. I had it listed for probably $60 to $65, and I thought $45 was a reasonable offer. This is a version where you can kind of roll up the hem and like clip the bottom, so it becomes like a little bit more cuffed style. But this kind of style goes under gorp core, if you know that keyword, which is basically like elevated activity wear or like outdoor wear. So brands like Patagonia, North Face, Cool, they all follow under this style or trend of gorp core. So be sure to add that to your listing if you ever find pieces like this. And that last item that I have to ship out today is the brand JOA. If you're unfamiliar with it, sometimes it is sold at Revolve. This is just like a deep V crisscross back dress. It is quite flowy and like this chiffon material. And this I had listed for $45, I'm gonna say, on Posh Canada. I received an offer of $38, which I thought was quite reasonable and accepted it. And this item I've had for a while. I think I featured it in one of my Thrift With Me's a while back, probably a year or two ago. So this is a brand I thought it was originally good because I had seen that sometimes it is sold at Revolve, but not all Revolve pieces sell. There are definitely more desirable brands of Revolve that exist, and this is definitely not one of them. So in the future, I am not picking up this brand, and I'm just glad that it finally sold. So those are all the items that I have to get shipped out today. Like I always say, since I do use Styling Express as my third-party shipping company to get my packages across the border, I do have to input all that information. And if you're curious about Styling Express, it's basically a shipping company. They receive your packages that you have to pay a fee of about 80 cents for most poly mailers. So all the items that I showed will probably be 80 cents as a fee to get shipped over. Boxes are about 90 cents, or larger / heavier boxes are about $2.99. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!